Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we are digging into the July 4th flash flood that tore through Camp Mystic on the Guadalupe River in Texas Hill Country. You may have seen scattered headlines, but the full picture is even more shocking than the early reports suggested, and it raises hard questions about how we warn, prepare, and protect children in places that look safe until they aren't. So, guys, just after midnight on Independence Day, a narrow band of tropical moisture stalled over Care Country and emptied as much as 11 inches of rain in 3 hours. Weather experts estimate close to 100 billion gallons fell on the country, more water than rushes over Niagara Falls in a day. The Guadalupe River, which normally meanders past Cap Mystic at 7 feet, rocketed to 29 feet before dawn, rising 22 feet in about 90 minutes. It was the river's second highest crest ever recorded, and it arrived before many gauges or warning systems could trigger widespread alerts. Inside the camp, 750 girls, some as young as 8 years, were asleep in cater cabins, many built just steps from the water. When the first wall of water hit, teenagers counselors smashed windows and formed human chains, pushing girls onto mattresses that floated like rafts. One counselor, Cole Childress, reported lost her life trying to keep children above the current. Camp director Dick Eastland, whose family has run Mystic for 3 generations, also perished while moving between cabins onto the low lever meadow. Parents in Dallas, Houston, and Austin woke up to a single cryptic email: catastrophic floods. If your daughter is unaccounted for, you have been notified. Many had not been notified at all and had no way to confirm their children's status. Cell towers were down, police radios failed, and the only reliable link became a few Starling rings that volunteers hurriedly bottled to pick up trucks just to coordinate airlifts. Rescue crews from Texas Parks and Wildlife, Border Patrol, and even private ranches converged with airboats. But launching was slow because concrete ramps had been ripped away and showed downstream. By dawn on July 5th, more than 500 girls had been ferried to a reunification center at Ingram Elementary School. Stories poured out like waking to shouts, wading through chest deep currents, spending hours on the balcony of Recreation Hall as muddy water swirled below. The deafening thump of helicopter rotors in the dark. One 10-year-old climbed into her mother's car and, despite the ordeal, started singing century old camp songs. Was a proof of the spirit Conciliars managed to protect even as the river tried to take everything. But guys, the nightmare is not over. As of this recording, 11 campers and one counselor remain missing. The confirmed dead include 5 girls aged 8 and 9, among them Jenny Hunt, a member of well-known oil family. Statewide, the death toll from this flood event has climbed past 80, and meteorologists warn that more heavy rain could return before the ground can dry. What many viewers may not realize is that Camp Mystic is only one of the 4 historic girls' camps in a 13-mile stretch of the Guadalupe's North Fork. Every summer, thousands of children fill these riverbanks. The last comparable flood here was in 1987, but since then development has expanded. Tree cover has thinned, and climate scientists say warmer Gulf waters are fueling heavier cloudbursts farther inland. Yet, evacuation plans at several camps still rely on sirens and text alerts that assume at least 30 minutes of lead time, time the counselors at Mystic never had. Parents and alumni are now asking why no flash flood emergency text reached them, why younger campers slept in the lowest cabins, and why whether the camp's century old bond with the river blinded everyone to the risk. Local officials defend their efforts, saying the storm was off the charts. Hydrologists agree the rise was extreme, but they also note that the real time gauges and radar did spot the surge 30 minutes upstream. In other words, better communication, better weather service, country sheriff, and camp leadership might have brought precious minutes. Before this tragedy, Camp Mystic was preparing for its 100th anniversary reunion next spring. Former First Lady Laura Bush once served there. Three generations of Lyndon Johnson's family attended, and alumni often described the place as a cradle that shaped their values. That sense of sisterhood now fuels prayer circles and GoFundMe drives, but it also fuels a demand for answers. How do we keep the next flood from turning a summer rite of passage into a disaster zone? So, guys, if you live near rivers or send your kids to camps that do, use this story as a wake up. Ask about evacuation routes, elevation maps, and backup communications. Know that 100-year floods are showing up every decade, and once in a lifetime events can strike twice in a weekend if the weather pattern stalls. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If this deep dive gave you new insight, share it with a friend. Subscribe for more straight talk breakdowns of unfolding stories. And let me know in the comments what safety steps you think camps and local officials should take before the next storm season. Stay alert, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.